Hey, welcome to the Big Mike Rant. This is Big Mike. Today's Boomer Talks is about insurance companies and specifically health insurance companies. I want to talk about them because this is information that the younger you are, the more you need this, and you just don't know it. First off, people think I don't need insurance, I'm young and I'm healthy. Wrong. You need insurance because you're not always going to be young and healthy, and it only takes one catastrophic accident for you to be in debt for the rest of your life with medical debt that, according to Congress, with legislation that they're considering, you may not be able to discharge in bankruptcy in the next few years. One. Two, why would you want to leave... Let's say you die in a car accident without insurance. Why would you want to leave a bunch of bills like that for your wife or mother or father or somebody else to have to pay? Get insurance. It's like driving a car without insurance. What the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, that's a boomer thing. The third thing is how insurance companies rate you is wrong, and this is what we ought to raise hell about at the ballot box. Insurance companies have something they call a rating scale, and they say to companies, hey, we'll provide you insurance. How many employees do you have? How many in this age frame, that age frame? How many is male, female, et cetera, et cetera? Then they do their magical numbers calculations, and they say, well, statistically, because we have all these experts in statistics, they have all these... tables that they look at, and they say this is what these age groups generally cost. So they rate all these companies down into these small scales. So if you had 100 companies and they have 100 different insurance companies, well, they don't even have to have 100 different ones, just 100 different policies. They're going to have 100 different group ratings. That's how they keep the rates up, because if you have 40% of your employees are over 40, their medical costs are going to be higher. So, hey, I'm sorry your rates are up, but it's because 40% of your workforce is incurring 60% of your medical costs, so your rates are a little bit higher. And that is the most bogus thing that I've ever heard of. It's not bogus to say that over 40 is going to be higher rates, because 50 is going to be even higher, 60 even higher. That's just how it is. You get older, it costs more to keep you alive, basically. But here's the thing. There's no need for the rating groups. There's no need for all of these individual statistical categories they put all these people in. If you just put everybody in the United States in one big pool, and you said that same rating, and you said this is what it is for everybody in that statistical pool, and you combined all ethnicities and all classes of people, all races of people, and all ages of people, and you separate them out however you want after that, you find your rate would be about, according to some estimates, and I didn't do these numbers, I read them, but according to some estimates, the rates would be 5% of what they are. And you know, if you want to make a lot of money, you know what business you ought to be in? Insurance. You ought to be an insurance company. Do you know there's not been an insurance company go under due to not making a profit for 100 years? We've lost a couple because, you know, people stolen from them, and embezzlements and whatnot, and idiots ran them. But as far as an insurance company not making money, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Used to be, you know, 100 years ago, being an insurance guy was a respectable middle-class profession. It was kind of like being a banker. It was a respectable middle-class profession. Kind of like being an accountant. And we have turned that into a job where a guy expects to make, or a person, a woman, whoever, they expect to make $300,000 or $400,000 or more if they're going to be executive level CFOs, COOs, CEOs. I mean, they can make 50, 60, $70 million a year plus bonus, and their average employee, you know, might make $50,000 a year. and the disparity could be huge. And we pay for that in what we call ratings and insurance. So if you want to have an argument over insurance, that's great, but let's have it over the way insurance conducts business, and put pressure on your political representatives to get rid of group ratings and to rate us all as one people. When they say, you know, America the beautiful, America the great, and we all for one for all for one. Yeah, try that with insurance. Anyway, this Boomer talks. See ya.